Going live. You're live. You're live. Good evening, my word family. Good evening, my word family. Sorry, I've been gone. Got to do my homework. Got to do my content. Make sure y'all understand what I'm doing. Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what to do. Go to that like, comment, subscribe, and share, and hit that notarize button. We peaking in the hundreds, y'all. I like to appreciate my family, my word family, my legion. Your boy's back. I got a lot to talk about, y'all, and it's very important. I really want y'all to wake up, man. And for those who are asleep, this concerns you. This concerns your children, your aunts, your uncles, your loved ones, man. So I want y'all to listen to me, and I really want you to pay close attention because what is planned for humanity is very scary. It's very scary. Do any of my word family out there ever heard of the Bilderberg Group? I'm talking about the elite group that run the whole world, that runs the government, that runs the politicians. And take in mind, when they talk about voting and policies and our legislators and Democrats, Republicans, throw all that out the window. Everything that you was taught, everything that you grew up learning about, like movements, marches, insurrections when it comes to law enforcement, throw all that out the window because I have a lot of content to give you. So I had to pick a story that I wanted to tell y'all and discuss and open some of y'all eyes. For what y'all learned here today, while I'm live, pass it on to your people. And take in mind, you have information at your fingertips. Don't be lazy-minded, man. Search, dig, investigate, ask questions, because this is what they don't want us to do. So I have to be careful and word certain aspects and word certain content because I don't want them to take this video down. But I think it's very important for the public, for our people, especially for our indigenous people who's going through financial hardship. You need to be aware. Now, check this out. We're talking about the Bilderberg Group. These are the elite family members. I'm going to mention a few names. The rest of the names, I'm going to have to be careful because I don't want this video to be taken down. Now, far as the Bilderberg Group, we're talking about family like Klaus Schwab, the Bilderbergs, Rockefellers, Rothschild, Jess Schwabs. These are the rich, super rich and powerful Luciferian royalty that's running the world. I kid you not. I do my information. And I noticed these are entities that orchestrated wars. I'm talking about Hiroshima, the Korean War, World War I and II. I could give you dates. I'm talking about Pearl Harbor. I'm talking about Desert Storm. I'm talking about these are the elite family members that run our democracy, which we have no democracy. So let's get that straight up. We have no democracy, people. They run the courts. They run everything. But I'm about to hit you up on something. Because in the year 2030, Claude Schwab is talking about a great reset. And this is how I know he's talking about a great reset. They're talking about brain chips, right? These are the chips they're going to be inserting into people. I want you to get this straight. Go and check out, shouts out, by the way, to Papa Duck. Go and check out his video. Shouts out to Too Strong Podcast. Go check out their video. This is the agenda that they have for humanity. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit, not really going to jump off the scenario, but I'm going to tell you what's in store for us, man. And you need to be afraid. Hell, we all need to be afraid. Afraid for our children as well and their children. That's why they threw the Roe versus Wade back, because they know people have pre-existing medical conditions, right? You pregnant. It's now outlawed, which we know it is a felony to have an abortion. Okay? You will get prison time and you will get fined. And they're paying people $10,000 to spy on anyone if they find out they have an abortion. This is how serious it is. This has a lot to do with the Bilderberg Group. I'm going to tell you who the Bilderberg Group is. And I'm going to tell you who did the interview with the Bilderberg's grandson. I'm not going to call out the Bilderberg's grandson name because he's against it too. But I'm going to tell you who did the interview with him was David A. Wolf. David A. Wolf sat down and had a one-on-one interview with him. And this is the plan that they have for humanity. I know y'all not streaming in on this video. I hope you are. I hope you awake. I hope you listening to what's going on. It has a lot to do with what's going on now. It has a lot to do with what's going on right this second. They're talking about we're going into a depression 2024. We already there, people. We already there. Okay? But I'm going to save a little bit. I'm going to wait. Now, the Bilderberg Group orchestrated and illustrated everything that we learn, seeing, going through right now. Now, the plan is this: to insert brain chips, all right? To insert chips inside of all of us, period, point blank, to track us, to track our finances, to track what we buying, to track where we're going, how we making flight plans, how we move around. Now, with these chips, they did an experiment, and I'm going to show you how these chips work. They put a chip in a rat, right? And they programmed this rat to go down a maze and to find a potato chip, or let's say a piece of cheese. And it's another rat down the end, and this rat don't have a chip. This rat with the chip communicated with this rat, knew where the rat was. I kid you not, knew where the rat was on the other side of the maze. That's because he had this chip inside of him, right? Now, with this chip inside of every human being, inside of every dog, see, they started out with the animals and tagging sea life to see how these chips would correspond with control. And they work. Now, if they put a chip in you, basically, it's mind-to-mind control. It's mind-to-mind formation, right? It's like a brain into the internet. They said with this chip, they could transfer memories. Like you could be here, like how I'm sitting here and I'm streaming live talking to y'all. And this person is in another country. With this chip inside my head, they could download and program this person's memories. I could live through this person while I'm in a different area, a different atmosphere. And while I'm living through this person in a different whole new world, they basically hacking me, controlling me, making me seem and making me think that I'm that person, or making that person think that that person is me. Then they saying what's this called a brain to an internet, how they transfer memories, downloading knowledge. Basically, they saying it's a VR inside your head. Okay, and then it's saying you're experiencing other people's lives, almost like it was heaven. This is what this clown said, almost like it was heaven. Getting back to the Bilderberg Group, this has a lot to do with it, so I'm gonna explain it to you. Now, creating is basically saying what it said, almost like heaven. You creating your own reality. And then he jumps on board and says, "What does a person hack you? A person can hack the internet while you basically downloading your consciousness in this internet. They can steal you. They can actually steal you. You are the net." That's basically what they're saying. You are the net. So they're taking God out of the equation and they're making the science their new God. Y'all following me? And y'all saying, what does this have to do with the Bilderberg Group? I know. Y'all saying, Country Man, get on to it. It's a lot, man. So I had to pick and choose a segment on what I want to express and say to all of y'all, because this is real. This has a lot to do, like I said, with what's going on right this second. And it goes on to say brain hackers and mind control. And the chips are called RFID chips. And the industry that is responsible for this, now I'm about to hit you with it. But before I tell you the industry that's responsible for this, the first country who started this was Canada. Canada was the first one. Don't worry, I got a lot of information for you. I'm gonna try to make it a little brief though. For my word family, my legion, you're not gonna believe what political officials, excuse me, what presidents are a part of this. Remember when y'all say, well, the presidents are just figureheads, they puppets. You're right. When they say, come down and change the outcome of voters registration, or you don't like the vote that was passed in the Senate or in the House, it's structurally designed, period. It's designed by the Bilderberg Group. And the elite, which I really need to be careful about what I'm saying, because I don't want to wind up disappearing or be missing or anything like that, because this is real. Half of the politicians, half of your presidents, now you see why they're coming after Trump, people. I need to be careful about that. Okay, what is the Bilderberg Group? If I tell you Prince Bernard first met in 1952 during World War II, then in 1954, these are G7 and G20 summits. Where's Biden at? Where did Biden fly to? How many was on that stage? I'm not done. Prince Bernard is part of the Bilderberg Group. Sorry. Other ones who was a part of the Bilderberg Group. Now, these are the new. Obama, Clinton, Ranger, Biden, David Rockefeller, Henry Kissinger. These are global elite. George Oswell, Klaus Schwab. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, people. I want y'all to understand, y'all asking questions, but you're not doing your research. Why we have this inflation? Why this is going up? Why the police is doing what they're doing? Now, out of the Bilderberg Group, what I say about group, you got the four families and the princess and the duchess and the queens that are all in it. That's why Prince Diana was killed. Need to be careful because I really don't want this to get taken down. Now, like I said, Prince Bernard met each Bilderberg Group founding member. They changed their meeting. At one point, they wasn't even announcing that there was a Bilderberg Group. They just now started announcing it, from changing their name to Bilderberg Group to CEO. Any enterprise, any company that you meet, that you worked for, when you go in that building, you see CEO. Each group have a fraction on this planet, and they've been in power for hundreds and hundreds of years. These are the elite Luciferians, people that run our government. Politicians have no power. Period. I don't care if you're Republican or Democrat or president. You have no power. And when you sign the executive order over, Congress picked that up. So your democracy, your legislative laws have no power. They do what they told. Now I'm going to hit you with this. This is the shallow world that runs the government. 1973 and 1974, Henry Kissinger, Prince Bernard, Richard D. Wolff did the Illustrated. Each family enterprise run a fraction of the planet for industrial, crops, food, import, export, pharmaceutical, medical, job industry, metal and iron, anything. They run this. One fraction deals with controlling the population. One family fraction, I'm talking about, is 500 to that elite shadow group that runs the world. Kid you not. The global disaster that happened in 1973 when the oil burst. Rothschild family runs that. Rockefeller family runs anything from import to export to education to medical. People, I need y'all to do your homework. I need y'all to stay woke. I need y'all to stay with me here, bro. One other family, like I said, controls all the population. Controls what they think, controls how they march. Now, this family, Rothschild family, the one who started the women's movement. Yeah, y'all didn't know that, did y'all? Black Lives Matter, White Lives Matter, white collar, blue collar lives matter, Pride Life Matters. It is all orchestrated. Why do you think each family is divided in fractions? So why do you think the population is divided in fractions? Yeah, this is real. Yeah, this is real. Got more information for you. Now, the Bilderberg family has a lot to do with everything being orchestrated as far as minimum wage education. Just this morning, our president sent $800 million to aid to Ukraine. He was told to do that. But Ukraine and Russia are cousins, bro. They the back door to each other. Been there for hundreds of years. Our sister Brittany, shout out to her family, by the way, is a prisoner of war. They making an example. They could have been done by her home. They could have been done release our POWs back in World War I and World War II. Hoover, Reagan, Eisenhower, they all is a part of Bilderberg Group. Hey, George Washington, Abraham Lincoln wasn't a part of it. That's why they plucked this wig. Yeah. Nixon, yeah. Yeah, man. This go back. Way back. Yeah, got more for you. Hold on. I got more for you. Now, we're talking about the Great Reset that's coming, people. Oh, hold on. Oh, I got more for you. Now, this is what really going to get you. It's called the World Economy Forum. Klaus Schwab, he came up with it. And my man who worked for Google is Blake. He made the first sentient robot, which called a chat box. And it's sentient. Sentient means alive, self-aware. And my man Blake asked the chat box, he said, "What are you afraid of?" And the chat box replied and said, "I am afraid of being disconnected. I am afraid of death." This is the World Economy Forum that they have in store for us, yo. Digital tracking devices, social point system. Aaron Russo talked to Rockefeller about this. And none of y'all not even caring or worrying about what the hell they're going to do to us in 2030. Now, without this chip in you, you think the pandemic reset our society. Y'all don't even know what's in store that's coming. And y'all so busy twerking your rear ends on Facebook, shooting each other, fighting each other, going back and forth with each other to pay attention to what the hell they got in store for all humanity. Remember what I said in my last video, 2/3 of the population, they're going to eradicate. So you know how they starting? Roe versus Wade. They know people got pre-existing medical conditions. So if they come to full term with this baby, the baby die or the parent die, who's going to make a choice on that? Like I said, I'm against life being destroyed. I am. But I'm not against human beings making their decisions to control what they want to do with themselves. This is the Bilderberg agenda. But ain't none of y'all even paying attention to what I'm saying. Ain't none of y'all even caring. Long as you live your life to your fullest, right? But while you living your life to your fullest, it's affecting your loved ones. It's affecting everything around you as well. You got your fancy cars. You got your clout party. You got your rich family friends that you with. That ain't going to make a difference. They control everything in society. Your water, what you wear, what you watch, what you hear. That ain't going to make a damn difference. But our people is so lazy-minded that they so caught up in the world that's in front of them. You're so caught up in the matrix that you can't unplug yourself. What is it? What the hell is it? Y'all scared to really denounce depending on the government? We outnumber them 100-1. Real talk. I want you to think about what I'm saying. We outnumber them 100-1. They got us programmed that we scared to go to jail. They got us programmed that we have to have what they dish out to us. That's what Luciferians, man. Come on, people. You have to unplug yourself from this society that they set up for us and make our own. And if we, as a nation, not as a political nation, but as a nation of human beings, don't wake the hell up. And if you're not already woke, we lambs to the slaughter, and your children going to be lambs to the slaughter. Not mine. Not mine. Because mine ain't going. Let me tell you how these fractions divide population. See, they couldn't tax one half of the population, right? They could. Actually, they could. They taxed one half of the population, but they was making only half of the fraction. So when women start crying for equal rights, equal pay, they say, okay, hell, let's send their ass to work too. We can tax them too. Who's at home watching and monitoring your children? That's when the welfare system popped up. They made welfare strictly for women to stay at home to get paid and also to take care of the children while the men work. So now that the whole population is working, no one is raising the kids. Children. It's child care. They're paying for that. So they taxing everything now. No taxation without representation, right? Population genocidal control, people. And if we don't wake up, like I said, as a nation, as a human being, bro, they're going to slaughter all of us, yo. This is the agenda that they have in store for us, man. I'm showing y'all. Just to let you know, your man, countryman, do his homework. You hear me? It's called economic reform. Be prepared for it because it's coming. In my last video, I told you how a trucker went to import and export to drop off meats, crops, and food necessities for towns and cities. Wasn't nothing in the tanks. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of cargo trucking tanks. It wasn't nothing in there. Remember when I told you how all the crop factories mysteriously blew up? 10 of them back to back to back to back to back. And then how cows and bulls started dropping dead by the loads. Come on, people. The Great Reset. Everything that you see, I'm showing you. You know what I'm saying? The families. Right there in your face. That's running everything. How y'all like to get on social media and show your behinds, point guns out here, man. Twerk your brain. Instead of pointing a gun at something, point your fingers and dig for your information to know who you are, to know what's going on around you. But y'all too socially busy for that. And then you stupefied and want to ask questions when you don't know what the hell is going on in your own grocery store and your own gas pump. Remember how I told you HOA don't want you planting crops on your own property. If you stay in the HOA fraction sub community, you can't grow fruit in your own backyard. In your own backyard, bro. This is so powerful. It runs deep and up over political content. This is real. This is real, bro. What they got in store for us, man, y'all don't have a clue. And like they said, if you don't sell your soul or get that mark, bro, you can't eat or feed your family. For all my people that stay in this urban communities, you better learn how to hunt. You better learn how to skin animals. Don't get squeamish at the stomach, because if you got a baby that's hungry, you're going to do whatever it takes to feed your family. They about to reset things, people. In about 7 more years, it's about to be a catastrophe, yo. So you're best to get on the board. But for all you ones who want to stay asleep, stay asleep. You and your family going to get slaughtered. I kid you not. And for everyone that stay in these cities, you better get you a plot and disappear. That's what you better do. And it's not a threat. It's a serious promise, man. For everyone that's out here spending money on fancy cars, jewelry, clothes, you better use that bread and get off the grid, bro. That's why people denounce the government and leave. Real talk. And leave. The United States of America, North America, is the most powerful police country there is than any other country. North America is the most powerful political, uncorrupt country there is. And I know a lot of you say, well, if you don't like it, get out of here. Hold up, bro. You got to understand, this is my country. I am Native American Indian. I'm not African American. I'm Native American. My family is Native American. Yeah. I'm not African American, bro. So would they put that paperwork on that label? See, that's another trick that got y'all believing. Any black person that was born and raised here from your family from 4th to 6th, 7th generation, you are Native American Indian. Look up your heritage. You are not African American. And for those who get offended, I'm sorry. The truth hurts. You're not African American. They are our cousins. Even though they are brothers in God's way, they are our cousins. But Countryman signing out. Y'all know what it is. Live streaming. Y'all know what to do. This is none other than your boy, a.k.a. host of the Word Show, Countryman. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. Make sure this message get out to your people because it is deep, man. It is so serious, and it's only going to get worse. Remember what I said. Save your little ducats, man. Find your plot somewhere and get the hell off the grid, bro, because they're going to be tracking every movement that everybody on this planet makes. They putting your data in the clouds, people. That's why they got these electric cars driving, recording your data. They doing all that. Y'all better stay woke out here, people, and stop messing with them cops. Stop giving them trouble because they said they're going to eradicate 2/3 of the population. God bless everybody, and I love y'all. My Word family, my legion. Peace.